So, Friday, March 1st, month end weigh in. Um, great week this week. Um, I started off with a 40-hour fast, so I did not consume any food at all on Sunday. I had dinner Saturday night. Started off backing up to last weekend. I had one cheat meal Friday. One was just too much. My cheat meal on Friday, and I said this on my Conquer the Weekend weigh in. I had three quarters of a large pizza and some chicken tenders. That's too much. And I have to stop with the pizza. And it honestly wasn't, it's more so a function of I was very tired. I'm working very long hours, and I ordered a pizza and chicken tenders for my cheat meal just because I did not feel like going out. I literally got in bed when I finished working on Friday, and I did not get up until Saturday morning. And sitting there watching YouTube, it's like I'll eat, four slices right away, which is about 1,200 calories. Um, Not out of the realm of a normal cheat meal. But then, my daughter had two slices, and then a couple hours later, the pizza's still sitting on my dresser, and I finished the other two slices. And that's what happens with pizza. There's just this abundance of food. It doesn't go away. Like, whereas if I were to just go someplace and order a cheeseburger, I'm going to finish. I'd have to actively go out and get another cheeseburger. With the pizza, I'll eat, and then it's still sitting there, and I'll go back and eat later, which is why I can't do pizza anymore. But I honestly didn't want pizza. I just wanted a cheat meal, and I also did not want to go out because I was exhausted. So pizza, I have to stop doing that. I think I've had it the last 2 weekends, and I did the same thing both times. I'll have like four slices, which to me is fine for a cheat meal. And you have to take into consideration my normal caloric intake is 2,750 to 3,000 calories a day. So 1,200 for a petite woman that's 110 pounds is like, oh my God, for a man that's 6'7", 290 is not too crazy. But then when I start to get to six, you know, 1,800 calories, that's 2/3 of a day's eating for me. So um, I had a second cheat meal. I target 2 cheat meals a week. And a cheat meal to me is I eat one meal, not a cheat day, a cheat meal, and I eat my normal diet the rest of the day. Um, a guilt-free meal of whatever I want to indulge, but there has to be some parameter in terms of it not being craziness. I had a cheat meal Saturday. I took my wife and my daughter to Silver Diner, just a little family dinner, and that one was fine. I just had chicken tenders and I had a cheeseburger and fries. Nothing crazy. And then because I recognized I had eaten that pizza on Friday, instead of just doing so, my fasting protocol year to date has been one meal a day on Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. Essentially, I'm calling it a 24-hour fast, but I intermittent fast where I condense my eating to between 12 and 8. And so on those days, I will just have a meal at 12, and then I won't eat again until the next day. So I essentially skipped my 12 noon meal on Sunday, and I ran and I lifted that day. So really pushed hard. Um, and I just did my normal fasting protocol on Tuesday and Thursday. So I'm fasted. It's 10:30 a.m. I actually weighed myself at 8 a.m. I have not eaten since 12 noon yesterday. So all in all, a great week. The one hiccup was just like I said, those two extra slices of pizza I should not have eaten. Um, I'm going into this weekend. I'm gonna target 1 to 2 cheat meals. But I'm starting to pick up momentum. I'm starting to feel better and better. I've run 4 times in the last week. I've lifted 4 times in the last week. Um, I did my Conquer the Weekend. I was 290 on Monday, but that's coming fresh off of a 40-hour fast, so I'm tempering my expectations. But I had a great week, very clean week of eating. Even going out, I had lunch with a good friend on Wednesday, and I had a kale Caesar salad, which is 400 calories. And then I had a steak and broccoli. Stayed off of all of the processed stuff, stayed off of all of the junk. So, even when I'm going out, I'm being more conscious. I used to have this mindset last year. Anytime I went out, it's like, oh, I can let this, whatever. But very disciplined on Wednesday, and I had my normal eating the rest of the week, so no hiccups. Very, very good week. I'm very proud of this week, regardless of what this says. But that being said, let's see where I'm at. So I was 290 on Monday when I did Conquer the Weekend. Let's see where I'm at to end the week and to end the month. So let's go into my Garmin app. I ran this morning. Legs were dead. I was gonna go for 2, but I ran 3 or 4 days in a row, and I ran Monday. I only did a mile. Health stats, weight. So pretty close to flat from Friday. 289.4, but I'm back in the 280s. It was 290. Let's check my 7-day weight. So my average weight was about 291. So I'm coming in on the lower end. I weigh myself every day, but my scale uploads. I don't look at it. But let's see how I did throughout the week. So this is a 290. So I'm down a pound from Monday. 290.6. Then I had my normal eating on Tuesday. So obviously went up versus the Fed state. You can see I did my 24-hour fast from Tuesday to Wednesday. I came down 1.4 pounds Thursday. Back in the Fed state today, fasted. So all in all, I'm down 1.2 pounds versus Monday. And let's check the 4-week. So I can't tell. I've some good progress. I see this is kind of the trajectory of the last month. What was I 4 weeks ago? So 295. So I'm down about 6 pounds for the month, which I will take that as a win. I'll call that fantastic. But that's where I am to end February. 289.4. I was 294.8. So yeah. 5.5 pounds for the month. So very, very happy with the progress. The most important thing, even aside from the results, and I said this and I need to stick to it. When I ended the year, I said my eating was off the rails. I was back to the old me in terms of my eating and my discipline. I still have some work to do. No question about it. And it's not even so much the weight. I'm taking this next portion that I'm going to say from this book, Atomic Habits. It's more the process. It's more about eating clean, staying disciplined with my fasting regimen, but when I'm not fasting, eating higher quality foods. And I'm starting to see a shift. I think the last 2 or 3 weeks I've been very clean in terms of I've had my 2 cheat meals, usually one Friday, usually one Saturday. Outside of that, I stay on my diet. So a good month, lost 5 pounds for the month. And that's with a week in New York, which really put a dent in my results. And that's also 2 days in Atlantic City where I did not eat well at all. And I'm not going to beat myself up. When I go on vacation, I go on vacation. But I don't go on vacation every month. I don't go on vacation every quarter. As a matter of fact, the next time I'm going on vacation is my 10-year anniversary in June. So no traveling in March. And also the office is closed in Rockville. They're closing half the office, which I'm not happy about, but it's not like I had any decision making in that. But they're doing construction, so I will be home. So I'm really going to ratchet up the running and lifting. And I'm really going to try to make a push. At the start of February, I set the goal of, I had hoped to lose more in the 7-8 pound range, and I wanted to try to get under 280 pounds by the end of March. I've got 5 weeks, essentially 5 weeks from today, because March is 31 days. I do my weigh-in, whatever. If March 31st is on a what is it? 4 weeks from today will be March 29th. So I guess you could kind of say that's my month ending. Usually if it's like March 31st is like a Wednesday, then I'll consider, my month end. Just like yesterday was February 29th. Today is the first Friday. I do my Conquer the Weekend on Monday, and I do my weekly weigh-in on Friday. So all in all, I'm going to say a positive month, and I've really gotten some positive momentum. It's taking time. And I was saying, at the end of the year, I recognized my discipline was completely shot, and I was indulging and eating whatever I wanted. And I said, before I start to focus on results, I need to focus on eating clean again. I'm reading the obesity code again. I'm going to go back and revisit a lot of things that really kind of helped me think about how to approach my nutrition, which I always start with nutrition now. My mistake in the past was just thinking my body was a calorie scale, and it is not. And so just reinforcing, why do I need to eat clean, and what are the things I need to eat, and reinforcing that. But I'm really focused on being able to execute before I'm focused on results. And then when I get to the point where, I've been very good about my fasting protocol, but in January, and then when I travel, which, was a week this month in New York City, and for work, and 2 days in Atlantic City, those really torpedoed my results. All in all, though, I still lost 5 pounds for the month. Had I not traveled, I probably would have lost 10, 12 pounds. I have the opportunity to do that in March. I'm not traveling, I'm not going anywhere. And I'm also going to be home, which makes it easier to get up, to run 4 or 5 days a week, to lift 5 days a week. I don't have those days that I kind of lose due to needing to get up at 5 and be out the door by 6. I can get up at 5, run, and be at my desk at 7. And also, it's fatiguing driving back and forth. I can handle fatigue better if I'm not traveling. So I'm really going to push. I'm going to stay with my fasting protocol of 24-hour fasts on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And let's see, I'm gonna give a hellified push. Hellified, I learned that in high school. There was a coach that used to say, you need to give a hellified effort. I still say that 30 years later. But I'm gonna give a hellified effort. Shout out to my man Dave from Kips Bay. I'm gonna give a hellified effort at trying to see the 270s by April 1st. So that's my stretch goal. I typically target 5 to 7 pounds a month. So if I end the month under 285, I'm sitting here on March 1st saying this, I will consider that a huge success. But my stretch goal is to get back into the 270s, and with no commuting and with no travel and with where my discipline is trending, I think I give myself an outside shot at doing so. So let's see where I am, but great month. Very happy with this. That being said, Fareed Fitness, signing off.